Welcome to Star Trek Adventures. We are tabletop anthologies. Today, we are continuing our mission. This will be episode 3, scenario 1. Today, we have Commander Maricati.
Happy to be here. Didn't know if you wanted me to talk or not.
So well, you know, the Steelers' choice. I felt it was like kind of one of those 80s intros. There was no words. You're just like. Also with us is Commander Kulat. See, he's doing it.
He's doing it. It's a Brady Bunch.
And then below, we have Lieutenant Commander Taxraw. And lastly, Lieutenant Junior Grade Andal.
Oh, shit.
That's good stuff.
Oh.
Welcome, everybody. Here we are inside the science station. And Commander Maricati, go ahead, please.
Yes, if you don't need seatbelts, explain all of Next Generation where they're shaking the entire ship. Would seatbelts not help in that situation?
They would. I mean, but I think the inertial dampeners are helping hold them down pretty good. I think otherwise they would be like a bunch of bees in a can.
Fair enough. Thank you.
No. So the game is unpaused, and the field is yours.
All right.
There's no sounds.
Oh, there isn't.
Have I gone deaf?
You clicked on
us what we're seeing in here. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, do you hear the sounds? Do you hear everything? No, you don't. There.
Nope.
There you go. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, so inside, you have just come inside the science station. Like the outside, the inside is just, it's basically been vandalized. From everything you can see, from the corners, the view screens, there looks to be something just simply wrecked it without regard. There's laser blasts, a few phaser blasts, but not many.
Mm-hmm.
But it obviously the station is on some sort of red alert, and not all the power's running. So that's something that you might have to take care of also.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
I'm
No?
good.
I'll shut up then.
Okay. Commander Kulat, Lieutenant Andal, any knowledge of these stations or any information you might be able to share about the layout?
As a science man, would I have any idea of that? Would I have any idea of where things might be situated on a science outpost?
I
think it's
issue science outpost.
Just one of those cookie cut. They actually got it from IKEA, and they put it together.
In the future.
No, you really wouldn't, but you may have devices that help guide you.
Well, one.
I lost it in a ravine.
Look, you're not allowed to use them anymore.
Are we getting any mysterious tricorder readings? Strange or unusual.
Who actually has the tricorder at this time?
It's a good question.
The one tricorder. Yeah, I didn't delete it all. It was just easier to leave it in there.
I believe that would be Lieutenant Grax. Fairly certain.
Yes, I have one.
Okay, so
well, are we getting any readings?
Grax, you can go ahead and do your reason and science roll if you like, difficulty 1, and we'll see if you're getting any readings.
What those readings are, we'll find out, if any. Nice.
And this is a simple station thing, right? You're just trying to find information out about the station?
Yeah, any sort of readings I can get on that. Maybe there's a monitoring system it has that can tell me about what's going on here, why the alarms are going off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just sent you some information, sir.
Okay, and all right. Looking at the tricorder, I'm getting some indications that all of the communication devices have been smashed.
Mm.
The station is running on emergency backup power. That could be why the sirens are sounding right now.
Very well. Is there a quick route to reestablishing main power?
Am I able to bring up some sort of schematic or something that would tell us that?
No, you're not able to, and part of it is because of the ion storm that is approaching. However, if that's a type of scan you want to kind of look for, I can assist you with that.
Maybe. Well,
Mhm.
Commander, this isn't really my field of expertise.
Sure. Commander Kulat, maybe you should take possession of the tricorder for the time being.
Commander, it might be more helpful if we look for a direct terminal.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to start looking around with an eye out for any kind of interface terminal.
Right. Do we see in here, I imagine? In this.
Yeah, you guys can see, right? You guys can walk around and see everything.
Yeah,
Move your
inside
characters and
this
such.
like little command room, it looks like. Is that where all the looks like the center console and everything?
Yeah, I mean,
Looks like consoles. Is really all
basically,
on.
yes, that would be where possibly the ship's head stations are.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's go ahead and take this right path here and just be on high alert. I have my phaser out as well.
Yeah.
Hi.
Does everybody have their phasers or tricorders out? What are they doing? What kind of armament?
Yes, my phaser's drawn.
Okay. Open up this door. It made a door sound. That was cool.
Can you get through?
Yes.
Or is it some of the walls are kind of awkward?
Okay. All right, there we go. It is a little pitch black, but that's okay. It's getting better.
It's getting
It's a
better.
little darky. A little dark. We gotta make sure we're not leaving anyone behind. Oh, looks like we're missing our doctor.
It looks like my token doesn't have a vision radius. I think that's what it is.
It doesn't. Oh, here.
Yeah,
moment,
like,
poor favor.
Neither does all of us.
Through doorways, but like it doesn't clear up shadows. I have to actually walk through the shadow to
Vision. What do you usually set? 5 and 5?
It depends on the game. I'd go with more like
vision
20.
radius.
40?
Right. 20.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
Vision.
But I mean, it can depend on the map and all of that if there's not an actual rule for it.
I can see now. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Let there be light.
It was
All right.
dark.
dinosaur.
Holy. Yep. Vision has vision.
So are you
20,
stuck, buddy?
20, update.
No, I'm just waiting until I can see.
Oh, okay.
I need my eyes. Somebody help me.
There we go.
Third
All
All right. Much gooder?
Much gooder. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, boys. Alert. If you got a phaser, have it out. And we are going on stun because for all we know is the only threat here is that virus. So. Okay, let's see if we can get this console. I like that effect. Cool. You guys should close and open the door if you haven't already. Commander Kulat, take a look here. What can you make of this? Is this still intact?
I'm gonna check the power source first to see if I can tell why it's on backup.
So do a reason and engineering check.
And that's a task, correct?
Yes. Okay.
Could I
It
use the
appears
to scan for life forms while they're doing that?
Yes. Go ahead and give me a reason and medical difficulty 2.
it appears the computer entered an automatic safety protocol, which is what switched it to the secondary power.
Okay, and what would trigger that automatic safety protocol? The lack of staff or the damage to the station?
I would look for further into that if I can, or can I? Actually, I'll search for any logs. Are there any logs?
There are logs. You just can't access them at this time.
The logs on the system are currently restricted.
Very well. Can you at least grab a schematic or a blueprint of this place from this console before we go?
I attempt to
Yeah,
get a
so
map or a,
you're able to get that. And that downloads to your tricorder easily.
is there a spare tricorder anywhere?
There would be, yeah, on the wall back by the door.
Oh shit.
On both sides.
Amazing. So there's 2 tricorders.
Yeah, it's almost like
Wow.
they have them at every corner here in the station.
Awesome.
It is a science station.
You can requisition those tricorders. I'll put it in the captain's log.
And then I would also attempt to see if I can switch to main power from here.
You would not be able to. You would have to go to engineering to do that.
Commander, I'd like to take a look at engineering.
Of course, yeah, that's our next step here. Although, keep in mind, this disease that's spreading through our body we don't know how quickly or how widespread it could be. With these additional tricorders to handle, perhaps taking a visit to science and medical, perhaps to see what equipment they have, to potentially have something to at least slow the spread down while we investigate. But I doubt those systems will be operational without the power.
That was my thought, Commander. If I could get power back up, that might open any auxiliary systems that we might need.
Of course. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. So to engineering it is. Life forms detected?
Before we move any further, my tricorder is telling me that there's some life signs approaching from the north and west.
Some. So from
5, it looks like.
Very well. We can assume some sort of sentient life. Perhaps an
There
animal
aren't
or
any-
some megafauna. No?
The
There aren't any phasers where the tricorder was, are there?
I assume there would be as a standard thing in even on like starships and such. There's usually in the wall. There's usually every so feet. There's phasers. There's tricorders and things like that. That's pretty much open access to the crew.
Then I would rearm myself.
Okay.
Very well. Perhaps not megafauna, as this place doesn't seem to have any biological life, I believe, from our last observations, but maybe more victims of this disease.
Very likely.
All right, we need to pick up the pace then. Let's head to engineering. Cool out, why don't you lead the way? You seem to have the map.
I would be making a beeline for engineering.
Okay, so that would mean you need to go southwest. And according to your tricorder map, basically it would be down the hall through the first door to the west, then to the south door, and then through the classroom to the west.
I'd be watching my tricorder as I make my way through for any anomalous readings, high concentrations of particulate or anything in the air like we were experiencing outside.
No, it seems to be clear in this area.
Oh boy.
The second hold, stop. The second you walk into the engineering room, the Neanderthal was just kind of standing in the corner. He wasn't sure what he was doing. He just kind of was lost. He obviously is wearing the same Starfleet uniform, torn, ragged, and it almost looked like he had been trying to destroy equipment in the room because he didn't know how to get out. But once he hears the door open, he turns and sees you. You guys go first because he wasn't paying attention.
All right.
Since I've been kind of leading, I would. What is it aim in this one?
For combat?
Yeah, for a second for the.
Yeah, so don't forget for each combat. So we're in combat. It's kind of like a since there's only one guy, it'll be pretty quick. But you get 2 actions each turn: a minor action and a standard action. If you're looking to use that charge, which is if you roll effects, you can do special things. You're going to have to use prepare. If you want to be able to re-roll that dice, you have to use aim as your minor action.
Yes, aim is the minor I'm going for here.
Okay. So then I assume it's going to be ranged. So that's considered ranged if you're using your phaser.
Yes.
Okay. So, oh yeah, sorry. Forgot to tell you what you need to roll.
Control and security, is it?
Yeah, for ranged, it's control and security difficulty 2.
Is that complication range, or do I not factor that in? No, I don't factor that in, right? The difficulty.
You don't. Yeah, don't. You leave your complication range as it is. I'll tell you when to adjust that if you need to adjust that.
Nice. Oh wait, difficulty 2.
Oh wait,
No.
I was,
Yeah.
I
So-
was looking
You
at
can
the
re-roll.
last roll that was 2 successes.
So you
Oh,
fight.
yeah, so I'll re-roll that 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could just do a. There. Yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
Nice. So you hit this guy with your phaser. Now let's figure out how you're gonna do some damage. So go ahead and on your character sheet, you'll just click the little shield icon to the left of your phaser type, and it'll already incorporate your security and the phaser information.
Nice.
So you have 4. Good job. So
Making up for last game.
yeah, right. So that takes 4 stress from him. And it is now his turn. Give me 1 second here. He
He shoots the engine. Shoots the reactor.
So actually, so you hit him. So tell me what happens first.
I enter the room and I'm focused on my tricorder for the moment, but I look up and I see him rummaging and he sees me. So I switch to the phaser and just kind of aim down at him.
So it hits him, and he doesn't like whatever just happened, and instead of actually attacking you, he kind of takes his turn and he kind of runs over here and kind of cowers in the corner.
Poor guy.
So now it's up to somebody else's turn.
All right, minor action. I'm gonna move. How many squares can you move in this game?
For minor action, it's considered medium range, but for house rules, medium range is, I believe, 25. What was it? What did I mark it as here? House rules. Yeah, for the minimum it'll be 25 feet to move
Okay.
with your minor action.
Can I see him here, clear as day? Like
Yeah, you have
powering?
complete line of sight.
I'm sorry about this, but it's for your own good. And I'm gonna point my phaser and shoot. Since I use my minor, I can't use anything else, so I'm just gonna shoot.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so you miss, and actually, when you hit that, it damaged the console that's right next to him, kind of the big, tall, or that big, long one that's behind him, which looks to be the main engineering console. So you damaged that after you hit it. So
The one time Kulot could lose his cool.
Yeah, right.
Don't break the machine.
That was a little wide.
when that happened, and when you aimed at him, he seems to have gotten a bit
Regressed.
of well, no, not regressed. He seems to have found himself, and it actually pissed him off. Since you didn't hit him, it made him more mad. So he's actually going to move towards you. Let's see here. Yeah, he's going to move towards you, and then he's going to go on a guard for his move, since he's not going to be able to reach you. But he's going to be charging in towards you, Commander Mercati.
Mm-hmm.
So... Okay. Whose turn? Who's next?
Well, I suppose if I saw that Commander Mercati was getting rushed down, I would be forced to grab my phaser and aim down the sights and give it a shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my minor action. Aim to prepare.
Wait, so what does that mean?
So what that means is if he's successful and he hits and he rolls damage, if he rolls an effect, he can do several things. He can make area damage, make it more intense, or make it vicious.
Okay.
Would my composure focus work here?
Yeah. Yeah, you're trying to keep you cool because you're shooting past your commander. You're shooting close to the main power source of engineering. So yeah, I think this would fit quite well. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so you miss, and it actually hits close enough to the main power source, which was already running. It would seem to be on emergency backup, and it's not the emergency backup that goes up. It's whatever life left in the main power source of the station just got hit and went down.
Oh. Yeah, that didn't hit.
Hold
That
your fire.
didn't-
I'll take this thing down.
That didn't hit. That was good. I like that.
Hey, we're set to stun, all right?
I know, but you still hit it with a blast.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so it's the coward again, and he's gonna take his minor action, and he's gonna move towards you, and he's gonna get close enough that he's gonna try and strike you in melee. So, Commander Mercati, are you ready So this melee in this game is an opposed task, but also if I fail and you pass, you actually hurt me.
Nice.
So go ahead and I'm going to be rolling daring and security difficulty 1. You do the same.
Okay. Would composure apply here?
Yeah. Tell me how it would be
Yeah.
applying.
Keep my cool as this animal's throwing blows at me and trying to match pace with this chaotic sort of style and take advantage of it best I can.
Okay.
He shouts, "Catch these hands." And Mercati says, "Okay."
Okay.
Okay.
So you tied. So he takes a swing and you're able to dodge it and nothing happens. You're not set up in a fashion where you're able to strike again. So we're back to whose turn it is next.
I think that would be me.
Yes. Yep.
All right. So are you saying 25 feet is the max we can move?
For
House
your
force?
for your minor action, yeah. Then you can use momentum to take another action or a minor action, or if you wanted to do a yeah. I
Okay.
don't believe that there's
Then I
another
am
movement
just
for
gonna be-
tasks.
okay. I'm just going to be watching our back then. Just move up and turn to look behind us.
So that would be guard. Okay, so that makes you
Okay.
basically ready for an attack.
All right.
Okay. Now he's going to be swinging at you again.
Yep.
Commander Mercati, okay?
I'm ready.
So, he's skipping his movement, and he's just going to swing away. So you'll do the same thing again. We're going to do daring and security, difficulty 2.
Swing a Meryl.
So, you pass you're the better on the winning half of this opposed task. So this guy swings again, obviously in a Neanderthal type way. He's just looking to club you down and misses, but he's not paying attention to what your hands or what you're doing, which opens him up for you to strike him.
Cool. So, striking him with what? My fist? Is that?
Did you have your phaser in your hand, right, too?
Yeah.
Or, I mean,
yeah,
so
I
you
got-
you
so
tell
I-
me, or you can.
Oh.
It doesn't really
Sure.
say anything about striking somebody with a phaser that I'm aware of, and
Right.
I'd have to look that up. So it'd be more of the melee.
Well, I'm definitely gonna barrel stuff this guy with the stun setting, so that I'm trying to minimize the risk to shooting out like this reactor, So he swings at me, I block and deflect it. I have my laser in my other hand and stuff it in his chest and shoot.
Oh, okay.
And phase.
And phase. Well, with stun, of course.
Okay. I don't know if we can do that because it's melee, but I mean, it seems like it makes sense to me.
I want to
You
incapacitate.
know what I mean? Like, because
However,
he's not
whatever
paying
means I can
attention.
do. Yeah.
Well, it's usually just a melee strike, so you would do an unarmed strike. You would just roll that for damage.
Is that 1d? What's the damage?
No, that's going to be also in your belongings.
I don't see it there, unfortunately.
Reload your thing.
Okay, I see now. Cool. I will do that. That's totally fine by me.
So you hit him. You hit him good, and actually, that boxing champ commander just knocked him down and knocked him out.
Deflect, face punch. Out.
So he is down and out for the count. So good job, Commander.
Then I sit back and I look at my fist a little bit, and I kind of like probably rub it a little bit. I probably haven't punched someone in a while. Maybe my form was a little off. And I look back at Kulat. Let's see if we can get that reactor back online.
Almost before he's even saying it, when he sees the guy subdued, Kulat's going straight to the reactor.
I'm like, Kulat, never mind.
That's yeah, I'm like stepping past him.
I liked the beeline you just did.
Whoa, that was scary.
All right.
I'm gonna work on the de-evolved crewmate that just got knocked out here.
Okay.
While Kulat's working on the machines there.
When you say work, what do you mean? What are you doing?
Just make sure that I guess he's gonna make it. He's it wasn't a death-dealing blow. Just doing my job, taking care of the crew is all.
Okay. Yeah. So you can give him a quick check with reason and medical. For you being a doctor, it's going to be a difficulty 0. What's everybody else doing? So,
Tech Thrall, see if you can help maintenance this reactor if you can. I don't know if you have any specialty in that, but I know you're an engineering guy.
Yes, Commander Maricotti, I'll get right on that.
And then I grab this primate and I say, "Where is she?"
what was her name?
I'm using the terminal to the reactor to determine what's wrong with it and
Okay.
go from there to attempt a repair.
Okay. So, and Turg, you're helping him?
Yeah, I was gonna help him if I can.
Okay, so that would be an assist. Hades, you're going to be rolling a reason and engineering, difficulty 2. And Turg, you're doing the same thing, but since you're an assist, reason and engineering, what you'll do is number of dice in the pool, you'll just click 1.
And it's a task, not a challenge, right?
That is a task, yes. Okay, so the terminal that you're looking at actually is partially functioning. It was actually it caught part of Commander Maricotti's phaser in that fight. So there seems to be one other functioning station. Hopefully that didn't get hit by the phaser earlier.
Wow.
So you would have to check that other station. And if, again, you're assisting him, Turg, you guys roll the same thing. Reason in engineering, difficulty 2.
So being that this is the terminal for this machine, I have computer expertise.
As your focus?
Yeah. Well, it's a talent.
Okay. Well,
I have
click on it. What's it say?
Computers as a focus, but whenever attempting a task that involves programming or study of a computer system, I can add a bonus D20 to my pool.
All right. Well, there you go. So you would roll 3. And since it is computers and you do have your focus, you can select that too. Well, no need.
Nice.
Turg, if you were still looking to assist?
Do it.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a complication.
Big money.
Let's do it.
Big money, no whammies.
That was a crisp opening.
There. So you're able to, all of a sudden you start to hear this hum of what sounds to be like, basically like a warp core, right? That you would hear in an engineering station. And suddenly everything starts to come to life. There it goes. Yep, it's still going. So that's coming on, and the station seems to be coming back to life.
Now that's what I'm talking about, Kalat. Tac Thrall, way to go.
And let's see.
Well, this was all on Commander Kulat. He connected the bioceptors. It was genius.
The bioceptors had been knocked out of alignment, so a simple correction to that brought them close enough in alignment to get primary power systems back up, Commander.
There you
Absolutely
go.
Brilliant.
So you guys can see everything now, right? It seems to be brighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say so.
Yep, lights are on, Admiral.
Lights are on. Okay. Now, to medical. We need to make sure that this disease isn't spreading out of control. I will apprehend this human actually right now. I'm just going to take this guy with us.
Okay.
Because I don't think we have anything on hand to deal with him right now, so I'm just going to make sure he doesn't wake up.
Oh, in terms of like tying him up?
Yeah, I don't think we have anything to tie him up, at least on hand, looking around. Maybe if we find something, or we can even probably restrain him on a medical table or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But we need to take him back with us when we leave this place, or if we potentially find a cure, because we can't leave anyone behind if we can help it. So to medical.
To medicals. Kulat. So referencing your tricorder, you'd go back the way you came, and the hallway.
Stuck.
Oh.
Get out of the reactor! No, Spock, no!
There you go. You'd go back through the you'd go back through the classroom back north, and the long hallway you came down. You'll just go straight up.
Well, follow me.
Yes, I have the primate with me. Just letting you know, Admiral. I couldn't drag him, but.
Are you referring to Andal?
Jeez, harsh. He's not even a Klingon.
So you guys have entered what looks to be kind of like the start of the med bay here. Obviously, there's blood on the floor. Everything seems to be functioning fine, except for the medical station on the bottom right-hand corner there. There are some small phaser marks here and there, but everything seems to be as is. There doesn't seem to be much damage in this area.
Maybe we could access the medical logs and see if they were already working on some sort of cure or were aware of this virus that might help in your research, Handel.
Already on it, Commander.
Brilliant.
I would be doing exactly that at the terminal, looking for any sort of logs, like he said, that there maybe already did some research or trying to work on something that I could continue.
So wait here. Me and Kulat will head back to the bridge section, and we'll need to see if we can establish communications with these life forms, or lockdown if necessary. That's what I want to do anyway. If you guys, I think that's. Yeah, we might run into the idea that these are Starfleet coming to help us, maybe, or we can get communications, maybe. So that's my thought. Sorry to interrupt you.
I was going to study the blood puddle, but whatever.
You can do whatever you want. If you want to stay here for a second and study the blood pile, by all means.
I'm studying the spray pattern to determine which angle.
It was shot from the door.
You ever watch Dexter? That's what I was doing.
Oh god.
So Sev, you're going to do a control or reason plus security of a difficulty 1.
Plus security?
Yeah, so control or reason plus security.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, good job. Turkey, what you doing, baby?
Grax, making sure that no one gets the drop on us while these two go off on their excursion.
Wait, can I suggest something? Can you make sure the medical tables are operable?
I'm making sure the medical tables are operable.
Thank you. If you want to, I'm sorry. I was just trying to. Because you're an engineering guy, so I
Use
figured
your
that would be a.
use your communicator badge.
Yeah. Talk Thrall. Make sure those medical tables are operable when and if Andal needs to use them. Thank you.
Yes, Commander.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Sorry for metagaming a little bit.
Nope. So, Tac Thrall. So the station on the bottom left-hand corner, that seems to be more of a station where you can get information, or you can run functions. There would probably be somewhere else in this med bay location that might have some sort of actual functioning bed.
Okay.
So it's not exactly in this room.
Right.
Well,
So it looks like so I would come over the comms after look at these logs saying the looks like there's some research that they did on this de-evolutionary transformation, and there's some sort of treatment here that I could continue. The research doesn't appear to be complete. Is that true, Admiral? By the way, it's not really complete.
For the de-evolutionary?
Yeah, the research for this treatment.
Correct. It's not complete. It seems recent.
thank you, Lieutenant. Are you capable of completing this research in time?
Does it seem like something that I would be able to complete?
With the notes and with help, what kind of time frame are we looking at here?
Who knows? And that's why we need a sample of one of us to see where we're at with the disease.
Yes, that is something that he would be able to do,
All right.
but with assistance and time.
Commander Maricati, I could complete this, but I'm going to need assistance to make sure that we complete this in time.
Very well. Commander Kulat and I will return momentarily after we attempt some communications. So, speaking of that, Commander Kulat, if you could get word on any Starfleet or get notice back to the ship. What's our thing called again? Surprise.
Surprise? Yes, the
The
USS Surprise.
So I look to see if communications are operable, and then from there, my next track is looking at if we can get through the ion storm to broadcast a wider signal.
Communications are operable. They are in the green, actually, kind of like your blood.
Nice.
But
Does it need some of my blood to help it?
yeah, actually, if you could just start.
That's why you should have scooped some
Can
up
we-
from before.
Can we go fast enough if I rub the engine with cheetah blood?
Ooh, maybe. So no, the ion storm is telling you are not able to get out, but communications within the whole facility still work.
So I would check to see if anyone is able to communicate back to me within the facility. I'd say I'd broadcast a message to the facility wide. I'd broadcast a message that says, "This is Commander Kulat of the crashed vessel Surprise. Is anyone reading me currently? Please respond."
And there's kind of a small, long pause, and then all of a sudden, across the speakers, you hear a distraught female, almost crying out. Give me 1 second. Almost crying out, in fear. She's also just beside herself, and she shouts, "It's too late. They're all gone. And Jasper, and she just trails off, and the communications turn off.
And I would be seeking the location of her transmission.
Okay.
Good thinking, Galat. See if we can find her. It sounds like she's unaffected by this. This could be a lead. Perhaps it's... Anyway, continue.
Reason and security difficulty 0.
I'm so smart.
Yep,
Wow,
because
he's just smarty
well,
pants.
because you're able to track her comm badge. So actually, it's pretty close to.
I have a question
Okay, go ahead.
before you go further. I generate momentum, right? Can I
Yeah, both of
use-
those two. Yes.
Can I bank one and use the other for more information? Like, would I be able at all? I don't think I've ever heard this in Star Trek, but would there be any signature to her? You said it's her comm badge I reached. Would there be any signature that might identify her?
Yes. And actually, I was just asked the question by somebody else via Discord. I'm almost positive that each communications pin has some sort of unique identifier, because in the shows, when they're missing or they're not able to be found, they know who it is. So I would assume that each badge goes with the person, and there's some sort of ID to it that lets them know that that is who that badge belongs to. So yes, what you basically what comes up on that screen is Dr. Heidi Ship. She's going to be the Federation scientist leading the science team.
Commander, it appears that was a Dr. Heidi, and she is in charge here of this mission.
And I think she'll have much to shed light on the situation. We must get to her quickly, Kulat. I'll have you lead the way.
Trying to think real quick if there's anything else I should do before we leave. Since we're at like a main control, am I able to? This kind of sounds dangerous too, but lock like the external doors so that nothing else comes in while we're here.
That's what I was gonna say too. Yeah, that's good. I think that's.
Yeah, you can do that. Reasons in security difficulty 1. Just because there's ion interference and a lot of things have been damaged, but you are at the main console, so it really should be as simple as pushing a button.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so you're able to lock all of the exterior doors except one of them.
Okay.
Okay, that's better than I thought. That's better than I thought. Which is the except one?
Which is the exception?
Yeah.
It's down over in the living quarters, far out west, so a little farther
Okay.
to the west from where you guys were by engineering.
Okay, roger that. Alright, Kulat, I'm on you. I'm on your 3 o'clock? 4 o'clock maybe?
Turg?
6 o'clock now?
Grax? What you guys doing?
Which direction were we going?
You guys are going back to Medbay?
We're going to get that chick.
Okay. Yeah, so she
doctor,
is
sorry.
so sorry, yeah, I guess cuz he was asking about his second question, I didn't get to finish. Dr. Heidi Ship is actually in the Medbay. She's just in a different part of the Medbay. And it's actually kind of located northwest of Grax and Takthral's position.
I would relay that well on the way back then.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, what is he again, a junior?
Lieutenant. I call him Lieutenant.
Yeah, it's just
junior
lieutenant.
grade.
It's fine. I mean, you can use the full rank, or you could just call him lieutenant.
It's junior lieutenant?
Lieutenant junior grade.
Lieutenant junior grade.
Lieutenant junior grade. We have identified a still sapient science officer She appears to be somewhere in medbay.
Dr. Heidi Ship was her name.
Let's see.
So it might be the help you require. Northwest. So I'm gonna go try to scout her out. Where's the monkey? How's the monkey doing? That we have in here?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I can identify that one. I'm assuming it's in here on maybe the med table or something.
Probably restrained on the med table now, since those are operable and we can use them.
Well, they haven't found the med table yet. That's just one of
Oh.
the functioning library sources within the medical facility there, the med bay. And you've found a storage room there, Commander.
Nice. Okay. Supplies.
I peek.
So,
Oh,
Commander Kulat, you found where basically surgery could be performed. You found the main medical bed there in the center of the room. This room does look a little more beat up. However, the bed does seem to be functioning. You've got blood on the wall and a phaser blast as well.
I've discovered medbed.
Awesome. Let's get him restrained, and once we can run some tests, and I authorize any tests you might need.
All right, so I would just get the patient up onto there.
Okay,
You said northwest, right?
Yeah, that's something easy to do, Lieutenant Andral.
Andral.
You're Bajorn, and I just actually learned this. Bajorns get addressed by their first name, not their last name, so it's Lieutenant Andal, not Lieutenant Grax.
Wait, isn't he a Betazoid?
Oh yeah, you are a Betazoid, not a Bajorn. Disregard. But hey, whoever didn't know that,
So it would be Lieutenant Grax. So it would be
Lieutenant Grax. Yes, yeah, it would be.
Okay.
Lieutenant Junior
Sorry.
Grade Grex.
Yeah.
Well, if there's no other lieutenant, I'm calling him lieutenant. We're gonna argue about this, Vulcan?
Starfleet has its ranks and file for reason, Commander.
Oh gosh, it's like a fever dream we're having. Like a
Classifications are a necessary component of the organization of
Yes,
our
yes.
society.
Yes, you're right, Commander. Let's focus on finding Heidi, and then you can lecture me more on Starfleet rules and regulations. I'd love to hear it.
That's Dr. Ship to you.
The storage room. It's Dr.
Somebody's knocking some shit around. Grax, you're able to get it onto the table with no issue. And if you're looking to do scans, go ahead and do a reason and medical difficulty 1.
Okay.
Swanson. Nice. You are a prodigy for a reason.
Okay. All right. So, let's see.
This doesn't look good.
Current.
Commander, there appears to be a trail of blood.
Yes, I see it.
West.
Yes, I have eyes. I'm sorry, Commander.
What do your human eyes see, sir?
Yeah, blood trail. Hopefully, I mean, with how Heidi sounded, it sounds like she may have killed one of the former crewmates, presumably in self-defense. So let's make sure. She might be in very unstable condition. So,
I take a sample.
oh god.
Does it taste human?
So, just don't do anything Vulcan, and she won't.
It tastes cherry, actually, cherry flavored.
Oh, it's cherry flavored blood.
Is this prop blood?
No, that's oh, that's only black and white. Never mind. I was gonna say chocolate syrup.
Authorization required. Authorization required.
So.
Authorization required. Authorization required.
Okay,
Damn it,
hear
the shit.
Okay, please stop it, guys. Don't do this. Don't do this.
All right, so it's a lock, obviously.
061 Delta Green.
Alright,
No,
somebody skip quick.
that's a flight pattern, Omega Delta. It's just a simple lock, and it's easily bypassed. Reason and security, difficulty 0.
Oh, well.
Whoever wants to roll it.
I got it, don't worry.
Authorization acknowledged.
Oh, that was cute. I like that. Okay. Okay, so that's definitely not who we talked to. Dr. Heidi. Dr.
So
Ship, this is Commander Mercati. Yep, go ahead.
Sorry. So you walk in. In the med bay bed actually sits a female. She's middle-aged. In her arms, she cradles another gentleman. It's kind of hard to tell his age because of his appearance. His sweat-soaked face is kind of covered in hair. Even as you watch him, he's unconscious, but the ridges of his eyebrows, they twitch, they pulse, almost in sporadic style fits. She looks up at you, and just her eyes are unfocused. They're just kind of staring at you, but they are filled with tears. And yes, this is Dr. Heidi Ship, the scientist leading the science team.
Does he have an arterial bleed here?
No, it's just a fun little effect.
bleeding.
It just keeps showing up, okay?
Right.
Just making sure it looks like it's actively splattering.
Dr. Ship, my name is Commander Mercati. Joined me Commander Kulat, and sorry, did Commander Tech Thrall come, or Lieutenant Commander Tech Thrall come too? I can't quite tell. Yeah, looks like it. And Lieutenant Commander Tech Thrall. We mean you no harm. Can you speak? Are you
He's
okay?
turned. I need help fixing him.
Okay, Heidi.
And she
please
just
calm.
starts sobbing again.
Yep, please calm down. I have my best and brightest on it now. We're also infected. So we can save this man here. We can save our crew, and you can help save us. But we need your help.
You don't understand. There were 13 of us. We've been here for just over a year. We've been examining the plant life, to see if it offered any scientific or medical uses. And then that ion storm showed up, and this. And she points to the gentleman on the bed. This is what happens. Everybody just de-evolves.
But what about you? You seem normal. You seem unaffected.
She stands up and, almost kind of angry, she rips down her uniform, and she's just got massive amounts of hair on her arm, and she's like, I'm going through it too. It just seems to affect me differently.
While they're talking, I'm gonna go ahead and... Are there, any restraints on this bed that Jasper Conrad is on?
There are, but he's not restrained.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that to him.
Restraining him?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
As I'm doing that, I would say, Dr. Ship, I'm going to restrain him for both his and our safety.
She gets up and she kind of starts to walk, and she stops, and she's just staring at you. And she's looking at you almost in a way that she seems offended and like she wants to attack you.
Dr. Ship, please. We need what humanity you have left focused here. This man may be dead, and these men have already been turned, but you can still save yourself and the lives of my crew. But we can't do it alone.
And
you were so close. You were so close to the research, according to my lieutenant Grax, my chief medical officer. He's already on investigating your work. Please help him make sense of it.
The storm is getting stronger, and as you see, some of these science workers, they were more susceptible to the effects. Some changed immediately. We got into fights. We saved ourselves. Others they they took longer, but they transformed. And I've held out the longest, but I can obviously you can see on my arm and you can see or you can't see, but in my head I can feel things. It's just different. And just before the ion storm it came, we made a breakthrough in the research, discovering that the planet's flora and fauna, they have unique genetic material that could be useful in the treatment of the rheumatic syndrome. And on the side note, for those of you that don't remember what that is, where are we at here? The rheumatic syndrome is a neurological disorder that causes deterioration in the synaptic pathways. And Captain Picard has it. And you do learn about that in episodes somewhere down, but just to kind of give you an idea, it does affect other people. And then she after she says that, she's breathing heavily, and now she's staring down at the person on the bed, and you can tell this is something's different about this. Like, she's looking at them in a loving manner, and then she looks up and she's like, "This is Dr. Jasper Conrad. He was beaten severely by these beasts, these Neanderthals, and not only is he suffering from these terrible wounds, he's turning into one of them. He needs help, and I need help treating him."
You're absolutely right. Kulat, see if we can stabilize him. I'll get on the radio. Andal, we have Lieutenant Junior Grade Grax. We have Dr. Jasper Conrad on the table here with major wounds. Looks like he's got some open wounds and he's got some blunt trauma to the head and chest. We'll need you here immediately.
Understood, Commander. Can you bring him in here to the medical table?
We can do that. We'll be in there shortly. Dr. Heidi, we are going to be transferring Dr. Jasper Conrad to a medical bed for further and better medical care. But again, I extend my arm out, like I kind of like get in between. I'm not necessarily in between them, but I kind of offer like another option. And I'm like, I grab my hand and I'm like, but we can't do it without your help. I know with your help, we can find a cure, and we can get off this planet.
And the second you talked about moving Dr. Conrad, rage flashed across their eyes, almost what you saw in the creatures that attacked you originally. However, once you start saying everything else that you did, she seems to come back, and is like, okay, but be careful. I don't want him injured anymore.
No, he's going to be better than he ever was. Now, please, come with me. And this time, actually go in for, come with me. I'm helping her up or whatever.
Okay. So while you're doing that, Lieutenant Grax was kind of working with the Neanderthal at the medbay bed there. And he's looking to possibly work on a cure for that based on the notes that he found in the computer system. So, give me 1 second here. Find it. There we are.
I think I'm able to spend or use my untapped potential talent in this case also.
Succeeds the task. One where they bought additional momentum, they may roll 1 challenge dice. Character receives bonus momentum equal to the roll of challenge dice. Oh.
Now, I didn't see an option for actually spending the momentum, but that was my intention. That's why I added 2 more dice to that. So I don't know if you have to reduce that manually.
Yeah, it didn't go down, so I'll turn it down for you. So yeah, go ahead and roll 1 challenge dice.
Is that just 1d6?
Yeah, you should be able to just roll the just to perform challenge, and just do number of dice, 1. Okay, so no extras. You do have three successes and 1 complication. So at this point, they're still talking inside that bay room there. Let's see. There you go. There's some information for you.
Okay. But otherwise, I would be just continuing to work on that until they bring him in here. Bring Dr. Jasper in here.
Yeah, so basically by the time that you found out the information that you have so far, that's when the Neanderthal starts to convulse on the table, but also that's when they all start to come into the room.
Okay. And as they walk in, without even looking up from the whatever I'm working on, I'd say it appears that I've found the source of the de-evolutionary phenomena. If you look here, there's a reaction, the result between the unique and typically benign radiogenic properties of the planet interacting oddly with the encroaching ion storm. And it appears the subject, the Neanderthal, is now convulsing, and I would go over and start trying to address that.
Let's say so. Yeah, you get a small alert that he starts to convulse, and given your medical expertise, you're able to try and control it. It's almost like he's starting to have a bit of a heart attack due to whatever might be going on in the phaser react and getting shot from the phaser. So for you, it's just going to be a control and medicine task of a difficulty of 1.
Nice.
You want to bank them, or do you want to do something else?
I'll go ahead and use it all to just treat him the best I can.
Okay. So you're able to treat his wounds, his phaser wounds that actually started this heart attack, and you're able to control that without any issue. So he seems to be, other than being a Neanderthal, and you've just easily healed up his wound, he seems to be still unconscious, but you've fixed his wounds and taken care of the heart issue.
Okay. And then would I need to basically swap out one patient with the other on this one table?
Yeah, you are going to have to move him if you want to put Dr. Conrad up there to scan and see what's going on, or to work on him.
Commander, I'll need someone to move this patient to a bed. He seems to be stable for now. This is Lieutenant Johnson of the science team.
Very well. Lieutenant Commander Tak Thrall, could you take Lieutenant... What's his name again? Sorry?
Johnson.
Lieutenant Johnson to a bed, please.
I can try my best, Commander.
Yeah, and then if he grabs it and he can... I don't know how strong Gray's rights are, so like, if you can fire him and carry this guy, great. If not, then I'm gonna grab his legs and then help him.
He's pretty strong, so he's got some big ass hands. He probably could handle this guy on his own.
Okay. I figured he'd just manhandle this guy. He's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, and Tak Thrall, you're able to find a bed to the north, either to the left or the right. There's plenty of beds there in the med bay that you could place him at if you wanted to. And
Sounds good.
Once we have everybody stabilized here, Lieutenant, of course, you're already going to be working on this, but Dr. Heidi has also offered her assistance, and being her research should render this discovery of this cure optimal, complete.
Oh, It's a pleasure to meet you, Dr. Heidi. I'm Lieutenant Junior Grade Andal Grax, and you can see my work I've continued over there based on your research. It's on the console now, and I would be actively trying to get Jasper up onto the medical table as I'm talking.
Okay. So you're definitely going to need help getting him up there to prevent any further wounds.
Well,
Okay,
I
would
will
be like motioning like towards whoever wants to grab that.
Sure. I'm right next to him, I guess. So I'll just grab his torso or something, while you grab his legs or something. Whatever works for us. What we're doing right now, and then let's delicately place him into a better condition. Unless we have like a stretcher or something nearby.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there some sort of like a floating stretcher that we could have, a hover stretcher?
Yeah, they do have those, and yeah, I'm sure there's one in there somewhere that you could use, somewhere. But yeah, you're able to find it and utilize it if you need to use it.
Okay. Yep, I'd do that and then get him up on the table and start working on him.
Okay.
So I secure Johnson in the medical bed, and I come back. Friends, my horns are picking up pressure from the ion storm. The charges are speeding up. It's getting more powerful, closer.
Then we have no time to lose.
Is that a communication alert?
So that alert actually is the science station, and it's coming across the entire station, and it seems to be an automated alert, and it's standard voice that you always hear, and she says, "Warning, ion storm approaching. ETA 5 hours."
I would say, Dr. Ship, do you know what precipitated this storm originally?
We have no idea. It just suddenly came on. Like I said, we've been here for only a year, so I don't know if this is standard to this planet. But this is the first time that we've come across this.
Have you done any study into it or gotten any significant readings?
No, the second it showed up is when everybody started to change, and our focus it totally changed from that point.
Would I be able to... Is there like a general science area? Is there like a research, non-medical research area?
Yeah, basically, the room just to the south at that point, it could be utilized as not only a library, but to perform basic functions and science stuff.
Then I'd excuse myself saying, "Commander, I'm going to try and get readings on the ion storm."
Very well. I trust your judgment. Andal, Lieutenant Grax, do we have the time? And I'm like staring at him like very frankly. You probably are perceiving a lot of intent, a lot of.
So, go ahead,
Commander. We've isolated the cause for the most part, but we don't have the full cure yet. There's something missing here.
Heidi meant Dr. Ship. I keep calling her Heidi. Jeez, Dr. Ship did take into account or did mention the fauna perhaps aiding the research of this this cure. Perhaps some samples might help speed up the process.
The fauna, that was what we were using for the irematic syndrome, not for the de-evolution.
Well, perhaps they're related in some way.
Possibly, but that's why we're here. We're here for the irematic syndrome, and I don't want my work destroyed.
Of course.
Let's see.
Missing something. Perhaps samples from multiple subjects. We have one from this man
partially transformed. Dr. Ship is also a different stage of this process, and we are all as well really early on in the process. So perhaps more samples that you have to work with might help fill in that missing piece. And then I start rolling up, if I have a sleeve, I'm rolling up my sleeve and I'm putting, I'm like, draw blood, damn it.
Yes. Let's see here.
What if you just rolled high enough, Grax? What if you just rolled high enough?
And not to take away from you guys, just obviously splitting the party in Trek is normal. Generally on away missions, people split up and do their own thing. So I may bounce between you guys. The three of you are all in the same room except for Kulat. So I'm going to jump to him real quick to see what he's doing, and then go from there.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Commander Kulat, what is it that you're doing?
I'm touching this computer console in ways that make it look like science is being done.
Okay. And what kind of science are you doing?
I'm trying to get any readings I can on the ion storm, where it's drawing energy from, or what's precipitating it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a reason in science with a difficulty of 3.
I do have technical expertise. Whenever you attempt a task assisted by Cat in the Way, the ship's computer or sensors, you may re-roll a d20, which may be the ship's die.
Is that one of your talents?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just want to say that ahead of time in case I want to re-roll something.
All right. Yeah, throw it up in the screen for me so I can read it, but go ahead and do your roll too. Okay.
And you said reason and science?
Reason and science, difficulty 3. So don't forget to look at your focuses. I don't know if any might pertain. Also, momentum gets you extra dice as well.
Oh, I would have used the momentum, but I didn't think of it.
If you would like to roll one more, I'll allow it.
You were very gracious. Sorry, I got a cat in the way.
I'll take care of that in a second there, Grax. Okay. So with those 2 successes, you're able to see that the ion storm, it seems to be almost like it's part of the planet's normal existence, if that's I guess if that's how you want to look at it. It's normal time. It's unknown how many years go in between this ion storm. Obviously, with the science team only being here for a year, and they haven't witnessed it yet. So it's at least a year interval. However, with your readings that you have, you're not able to really learn anything else, and you are able to see that, like the computer announced.
Oh wait. Oh no. Actually, yeah, I didn't do a reroll. Like
okay.
I said. 1 second. Sorry, let me move this. Oh.
Okay. So yes, you are able to see now with that, since I'll kind of backtrack and then add some more. You're able to see that this ion storm is actually part of the planet's normal existence. And based on what the computer can tell, it's on an interval of every 2 to 3 years. The speed in which it's moving, it's going to overtake your ship in this science station in 5 hours. And when it does that, with that extra success that you have, you see that storm actually is destroying everything in its path, almost like the planet seems to reset itself every 2 to 3 years. Whether or not the plant life and everything else come back the same, that's I guess maybe yet to be seen. But it is moving quickly and it is destroying everything in its path.
Do I have access to like compound-wide information from the terminal I'm on?
Like, you talking about like Federation history and such?
Like equipment and complement. Does this facility have? I would be checking another shuttle or anything.
It does, and it's there, and it's really a standard quick check. They do have a shuttle. However, it's not on the map. I didn't make one. They do have a shuttle, but you'd have to go find it, and it's in another shuttle bay as opposed to. It looks like the one that you came in, unknown its status.
Okay, and then my next question determines where I go from there. Am I able to do any other check to see if there's anything I can do to shield the station or redirect the energy from the ion storm so that we would be safe where we're at?
You are able to check, but no, there's no special shielding or anything in place installed at this station. So it more than likely will be destroyed if you guys are still in the ion storm and it hits.
And I go back there. Is there anything you want to resolve before I talk to the commander?
So real quick, you saw Andal Grax, he made a roll as well. He's looking to fix him up. Let's see, that was a difficulty too, so that was surgery. So Grax, you're able to heal his wounds that he had sustained from his Neanderthal fight. He still is obviously progressing into a Neanderthal, but you've stabilized his current wounds.
Do I have any way to bring him back to consciousness?
You can, if you want to do that.
I don't want to yet. I just want to know if I have that ability.
Yeah, you could wake him up, certainly.
Okay. Dr. Ship, do you know if Dr. Conrad here was still in a state of mind to be of use to us, or should we restrain him? He's stable now. I was able to seal his wounds.
She walks up and she looks down at him and she says, "No, he's completely changed. Why do you think I had him in that room? Why do you think he was knocked out? He was defending me from another Neanderthal, and he was already undergoing all of the changes. And when that Neanderthal struck, it knocked him out. I was able to pull him in and lock the door, but he still continued to regress into this form. I don't think if we wake him up, he's going to have any consciousness that's going to help us. It's just all I have are my notes here and what I can help you with."
Very well. We'll keep him here and restrain him as best as we can while we work on a cure. Is this medical station equipped with any sort of restraints?
Yeah, it also, you can restrain if you want.
Okay, I would definitely do that then. And just continue to try and see if I can figure out a way to reverse this de-evolution.
Okay. Tack Thrall, Maricati, what are you guys doing?
I'm at I'm at the lieutenant's every whim, honestly.
Okay.
Making sure he's got everything prepared, making sure he's comfortable, making sure he's getting I'm getting a massage or two. The usual, the standard,
Wiping
the
the sweat from his brow.
by the book, trying to make sure that this guy has everything he can to do to succeed.
So you did make a suggestion earlier. If
I did.
you want to
Yes,
rebring that
take a
back
sample.
up.
Yeah. So I'm ready to donate whatever you need. If you need any samples of me, my bone marrow, blood, spinal fluid, whatever you need, Handle, to get this working here. And I'm sure the rest of the crew gets to stay the same. I know you're a man of science, so perhaps taking multiple samples from different subjects would benefit us.
Yes, more data is always necessary, and I would quickly gather up some more samples from everyone in the room.
Okay, so because you've already basically located the source of the de-evolutionary phenomenon, this is going to be another. Let's see here. This will be a control of medicine. This is going to be a difficulty of. Where are we at here? Difficulty of 3. Actually,
Okay.
no, because you've already done one guy. It's going to be a difficulty of 2.
Okay, would that
Use
be
momentum.
reason and medicine?
This one's going to be control in medicine. And
Control
before,
medicine.
yeah, and before you do anything, Dr. Ship kind of walks up and she says, "That's a great idea, Commander Mercati. Let's get these samples and maybe what we can do is now we can kind of look at these living cells and see how they're affected." She kind of glances over at you, Grax, and that's when you can make this one you can make a control and medicine task of a difficulty of 2 instead of 3 now, because you've already looked at one person.
I will add 1 die from the momentum.
As you will. Nice.
All right, and then I'll do my untapped potential.
Jeez, 5 successes on that.
Okay, so
Okay. Yeah, I would just put that all towards gathering as much information as I can.
all right. So what we have here is
quickly just taking samples, not like
is yeah
in the zone. He's
Rex,
like house.
You've taken sample from Dr. Conrad. You've taken a sample from your crewmates, who obviously you've noticed, and you guys have already learned that you're going through this process as well. It really hasn't started to hit you like it did everybody else. Maybe it's because of all the nice medicine that Starfleet pumps you with, so you're safe on away missions. Who knows? But with that information, you're actually able to start working on devising a cure. And because of all the information you've just gathered, and because of the success of your rolls, the difficulty for that cure drops by 3. So it's almost going to be a walk in the park for you at this point on a cure. And also, just to advise you, because of the ion storm, all of you, and your guys are scientists and you can understand this, a clock is going to start ticking down at this point with any task you guys do. The majority of the tasks, basically, the majority of tasks are going to be considered 2 intervals of time. You're going to have a total of 15, and I'll keep you guys apprised of where you are, especially if you start splitting up to do different things. I'll keep track of it, so it's not like everybody's just standing around while this storm gets closer. It's just going to be me trying to keep track of it, but then updating you guys. Again, as scientists, you would know where this is, and you would kind of have an idea of how much time you got left. So real quick, obviously, Grax, you're going to be working on this cure, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my
and-
priority right now, unless I'm told otherwise.
Okay.
That's it.
Then no, I guess what's everybody else doing?
I'm coming in and I'm filling in everybody on my findings. Say, Commander, I've gotten some readings of the ion storm. As the computer stated earlier, we have about 5 hours before it reaches us. Furthermore, it appears to be extremely destructive. This facility is not equipped in any way to resist the pure energy output from this ion storm, so if we are in its path when it reaches here, we are not likely to survive. I have surmised that the station does have a shuttle. Dr. Ship, are you aware of its location?
Yes, it's going to be in one of the hangars. But it's not your standard shuttle. It's an orbital shuttle, so it's only going to get us to orbit. We're not going to be able to go anywhere from there.
I do believe that orbit is outside of the ion storm's range, so that is better than staying in the path of destruction.
And what about communications? Is there any way we can establish some sort of long-range communicator on that orbital probe in the meantime, so that we can perhaps reach out to the USS Surprise while we're in orbit?
We would have to take it in orbit and try. Yes, it should work. You guys all caught my distress signal.
That's right. Okay.
Commander, what about the science station crew that was back at our ship?
We'll need to retrieve them.
Of course.
It's 5 hours, so I'll take myself and tack through the wilderness, back to our location of our shuttle. It was less than 5 hour hike. I believe it wasn't that long, right? That far away.
It was far enough away that you'd be pushing it. The orbital shuttle would actually help you out. I mean, you could just be like, boop, boop. You're up, you're down.
Oh, so okay, so we get in the shuttle, we go up, and then we go down, pick them up, and then go back up. Is that right?
You could.
That's.
I mean,
is
you
that
could
what-
try.
okay,
Yeah,
if
sure.
It's maneuverable. If it's maneuverable
Yeah.
enough for that, okay, sure. Then I'm confident in that.
Okay. Sorry, Tack Throw. What are you doing, buddy?
Wait, no, sorry. We didn't decide. So we're not gonna go outside tack thrall. We're gonna take the orbital shuttle when we're ready to leave and pick up the guys.
Right. This is understood, Commander Maricotti. Dr. Ship, please point me in the direction of your astro navigation vehicle.
So she points you. I don't have one on this map, but it could be basically back to where you guys came in. That could be another hangar bay. It's as close to a hangar bay that I have, so it would just be over there.
Okay. I would be heading straight towards the ship to make sure that I'm very familiar with all of the controls.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Attack. Maricotti? You doing anything?
I'm gonna
I'd be
make
helping
sure-
him at this point if there's something else you need freed up to do.
So Heidi walks up to you, Mr. Vulcan, and she's as she sees Lieutenant Grax working hard on her fellow crewmate, and she looks at you and she says, "Commander, I'm not leaving this planet. I'm not leaving this planet without Dr. Conrad, and I'm not leaving this planet without the flora and fauna for this aromatic syndrome. This is my life's work, and we're so close. I need you. I need that. I need some of that. I'm not leaving without it. I'll die here. I don't care." And
Dr. Ship, do you have samples, I assume, already in the facility?
We don't. They were all destroyed when these Neanderthals when they attacked us. There are some outside of the outpost, and the shuttle could get you there.
Are you saying that the ion storm will destroy the flora and fauna?
It will. And a side note, yes, that's what that's what Commander Kulat discovered when he was using the
Okay, I thought
computers.
It was just the station, not the...
Lieutenant Junior Grade, I can confirm that anything at all in the path of this storm will be destroyed, including flora and fauna. It appears to be a natural cycle of this planet.
Right. Well, I'm sure you have some storage here, then, Dr. Ship. Please point me in the direction, and I can see if we can load up the orbital pod, the shuttle.
You'll have to follow your crewmate, the horned gentleman, Takthrall. Was it Lieutenant Takthrall? He was going to find the ship in the shuttle bay.
Right, but where's the samples of your flora?
It's all gone. It was destroyed. I don't have any. More needs to be collected.
I see. Well, let me check on the condition in the orbital shuttle, and I'll be right with you.
Yeah, and the notes that you found, do tell you kind of an idea of where they are in an area, if that's something you choose to do.
Right. I think I'm gonna regroup with Takthrall before going out further. Wait, Kulat, you don't have anything to do you? You're kind of wondering, or do you?
I was going to assist the Lieutenant Junior Grade. However, if he's able to conclude his studies within this time frame, and I'm better served collecting these samples.
Right, well spoken. Lieutenant Grax, what do you think?
Admiral, what do I think? Am I going to be able
tell
to
me what I
myself
think.
pretty easily?
Choke yourself, not with your
Not with my hands, with your hands. She can assist you, yes. In terms of getting it done quickly, that's going to be obviously dependent on your roles. So, as scientists, you think you'd be able to get it done with her, but on the other hand, might not hurt.
I'll kind of relay that information then. Commander, I think with Dr. Ship's help, I should be able to complete this, but if you'd like it done faster, I may need further assistance.
Well, it shouldn't take us. I can say confidently that we can establish the flora, and we can be back in time to further assist you. We're not going to be gone long, but we need those samples. It sounds like, otherwise, decades of research might be lost.
And I'm not leaving. She gets angry at
Of course.
almost Karen-like, unbecoming of a Starfleet officer. Maybe it's the changes within her.
No, it is. Yeah, Dr. Ship, please, I ask patience. We will retrieve the flora.
Get going. She rushes back over to Grax's side. Yeah. She rushes back to Grax's side. So, okay, so what is that? Two of you going to the shuttle? I guess we'll find out what Kulat's doing when he comes back.
Yeah, if Kulat's free, since he's free, he'll probably come with us, and then we'll regroup the shuttle, see what needs to be done, if anything, and then gather some samples.
Okay, so I'll start with Grax. Kulat, I assume the commander said you're going with them, so go with them. Grax, basically you're at the point now where you need to devise a cure. And basically that means you're going to stop and hopefully reverse the effects of this disease. Dr. Schmidt can help you with this, and somebody's opening the door. It's malfunctioning. And this can be a daring and medicine task or a daring and science task. And because of all of the information you've already had, that's helped you a little bit, but it still is a difficulty of 3 at this point.
Okay. Daring medicine and would
Daring medicine or daring and science? I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
Medicine. And would infectious diseases count as a focus on this?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's taking over the body. It's changing like diseases do. So, with that, you could certainly use that as a focus. And which one are you doing? Daring in medicine or daring in science?
Medicine.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend 2 momentum on that to get 2 more dice.
Okay. 2, you said. 1, 2. Okay. All right. And Dr. Ship is helping you, so she's going to roll also. Okay. She does not help you. Maybe it's the fact that she's changing, or the fact that she's looking at somebody that she cares about on the table. She's just really not able to perform or function.
She's just not that into you.
She's
So it looks like it doesn't even matter. Jeez.
yeah. So you had the 3 successes. Was that the reroll based on your, what was that? The untapped potential?
Yeah, that was the additional challenge die from that. Looks like it adds 1 point to threat if an effect is rolled.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
But I don't know if that's still also a number that it adds to the momentum, or if it only adds threat.
It doesn't. I have to add it, so I will add 1 to momentum for you. Let's see. And I added the threat. So you're able, at this point, you have successfully devised a cure. Now that you know how it works and how you can cure it, you're going to have to figure out how to give it. So while you think on that for a minute, I'm going to go to the other 3 as they go looking for the orbital shuttle in the shuttle bay. So that is Mercati, Kulat, and Tak Thrall. So
Yes, where is the shuttle bay?
well, so I don't have one made, so we'll just say that it's back by the beginning where you guys initially went.
Okay.
Let's see. You guys are all over the place, yeah. So you guys wanna?
I was looking around.
Here, I'll assist you in your movement. Put you back there. That way, you guys get there quick. So we're missing 1 person. Who's the 3rd? Oh, there he is. Okay, perfect. So you guys make it into the hangar bay. There is some destruction as well. No phaser fire, just things torn up and destroyed, ravaged like other places. You find the shuttle and it's sitting there.
Okay. Can we get a diagnosis of the system here to see if this is operational?
Yes, I'm on it, Commander.
Thank you, Decker. In the meantime, it sounds like I'm just talking with Kulat, or Kulat at the moment. It seems like, Commander Kulat, that we're not, that Heine, Dr. Ship, and Starfleet as a whole is going to lose a lot of research on a terrible neurological disease if we don't gather some samples of flora from the outside. Given the time frame that we have, I believe we have the time to collect these flora samples. So it might be best if, depending on the situation here with the shuttle, that we head out and recover some samples.
Of course, Commander.
Tak Thrall, what are you doing?
Making sure that this ship is fully operational, sir.
Okay, so give me a control and engineering difficulty 1.
And would my small craft focus be implemented here?
Certainly.
Sweet.
It's not small, it's average.
Perfect. So you walk into the shuttlecraft. it's smaller than your standard shuttlecraft that you guys have. See if I can get you a little picture here real quick. Got to draw a token, right? Tile controls. Let's do that.
It's not the size of the craft.
So let's do this. There you go. You see it on the screen? So that is your standard orbital shuttle. That's basically
sweet.
what it looks like. Nothing too special. Taxral, when you walk in, you go right to the panels. You sit down, you get comfy, and you start typing away. And the ship, it turns on with no issue. Everything, all the functions seem to be normal for you.
Yes, Commander Maricotti, everything seems to be working order here.
Very good, Lieutenant Commander. Let's see if we, if that sounds right, then I believe it's best that we gather some flora. As I was talking with the commander here, it's very vital to Starfleet and pertaining to neurological disease. Perhaps you should accompany us out. Perhaps your horns will help us alert us to any change of weather or anything else we need to be concerned about.
Certainly, Commander Maricotti. However, may I make the suggestion that we acquire enough fuel? Let's make sure that there's enough fuel around here to go back and forth.
Very
Plus,
good.
Make it into orbit.
Very good, Textor. I think myself and the commander can handle gathering the fauna. Why don't you gather the fuel and we'll reconvene on our badges, on our communicators.
So, not to interrupt you real quick, the power source on the ship, which is its fuel, it's functioning fine. So you won't have to do anything. The report from the ship is telling you the impulse drive is functioning just fine, and it works. So in Star Trek,
works.
it's really not so much fuel. I mean, they use dilithium to go to warp. I believe I'm saying that right. But for impulse, the engine just works, and you're good.
Oh, fantastic.
This isn't the 21st century, Kulat. I mean, Hectoral. Fuel? We don't burn fossil fuels anymore.
Yeah.
Smooth,
Yeah.
smooth, Commander.
So you guys could all go together if you wanted to go.
Smooth move at
Smooth as
X-Flax.
butter. Oh gosh. All right. So in all seriousness, I think this starting to get to me a little bit. Let's head out and gather some flora.
Okay.
Is he
Yes,
looking Neanderthalic?
No, he's okay right now. So did you guys take Dr. Ship's notes?
Yes, on where,
Yes.
what flora and fauna are important to her.
Okay. So who's sitting who's sitting with Taxthrall on the
What?
I'm drawing blank on the words. Yeah, who's it? Thank you. Who's his co-pilot?
Console.
Console. Yeah, sitting at the console.
Oh, I'll do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. So then you'll need to roll me a reason and science with a difficulty of 1 to plot your course to where you're going.
So you have to do what?
Should
Reason-
I sit in-
Reason and
should I
science.
sit at the console then?
Yeah. Hey, hey. Why don't you? It's a bit too sciencey for me. It's one of these sciencey pods. Commander Cool. Maybe you're best suited here.
We awkwardly shuffle around until I'm
Yeah.
sitting at the console.
Yeah, totally happens.
That's good. That's good. Maybe he just wants to command from behind, guide you guys.
Oh, yeah.
The hand on the shoulder.
Oh, there it is. 1 and a 2.
And he gives me confidence already.
So, with the notes, you're able to plot out the the 3 locations of the different plant life that you need to go to. Um, and I did say 3, so you'll have to go out there and find that. So you guys head out there real quick, and you start flying away. So Tacthrall has no issue flying this thing. It's functioning fine, and you guys come upon the first set of coordinates where the fauna might be. Are you gonna land? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna drop the scoop and scoop them up.
Yep.
There's
Drop,
no scoop.
cut, fill it up.
So you're dropping and getting out?
You said
Sorry.
this one's
Are there
fauna?
any? Yeah. Are there any poison spores in the area we have to worry about?
No,
before we
you're
drop
okay.
down?
The worst danger is the encroaching ion storm.
Cool. So yeah, drop. Just descend down a little bit. Maybe keep it hovering and like jump off, and then grab what we can, and jump on quickly as possible.
Okay, so to collect this, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
To collect that sample, you can either do daring or control plus security with a difficulty of 3.
Okay.
Can I assist him with that?
Yeah, you can. Since it's higher in difficulty because y'all are hovering.
That's funny. Well, hey, you know, that's fine. Hey, kind of a tense situation. You know, I'm going to need to keep my composure. You know, while I jump off, snatch this up, I have to be very cold and calculated. Just throwing that out there. You know, I might use my composure focus.
Okay, all right. So whomever'd like to
convinced
roll.
you? I got you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Done. So you're able to collect that sample with no issue, and I assume you're heading off to the next one, right?
That's right.
Okay. And I got a few more minutes here before we end it. So I guess we'll end it there instead of going into a little bit of more. What we can do is do a small round robin, talk about what's going through everybody's heads and minds as the ion storm approaches, as the doctor or your chief medical officer seems to have almost easily found the cure for this. Which, I mean, they put him in that spot for a reason. So I guess we'll start off with our commander, our number 1 of the USS Surprise, Commander Maricati, sir.
Well, I think what was a tense situation, I think has turned a little more positively, right? It's kind of started off rocky. We weren't sure what was going on, but now we have a plan of action. We have the best and brightest on the team working their hardest on problems, and I'm rather confident, I suppose, going into this that we are really, on a high swing here, and we're going to keep the momentum going and get off this planet, get everyone to safety, and these animals cured, and get back to the Surprise to your families, if we have any. That is.
Commander Kulat, our science officer.
Kulat does understand, perhaps more than anyone, the danger this storm poses. However, he sees also the importance of this scientific endeavor that should be pushed forward. And he has in mind Starfleet's mantra, which is to boldly go. So boldly going he is to see these ends met.
And our con officer, Lieutenant Commander Zemp Tacthrall.
Right, so Tacthrall is feeling probably some emotions similar to our Commander Maricati. Earlier today, his stress levels were much higher than they are now. Now that we have a much better understanding of how the storm works, and we have a reliable aircraft, I have high confidence.
And your Chief Medical Officer, Lieutenant Junior Grade N. Dahl Grax.
So Lieutenant Grax is starting to sweat a little bit. Just not only does the cure need to be found, but all of the science station crew that we can find needs to be found. There's a lot that we have to get done here before we get off the planet, and that ion storm is moving in quick. So he's just doing the best he can at the task he was given, and hoping that everything else falls into place, and that he really can trust this new crew.
The best that he can. Yeah, that ends our session for today, everybody. Thank you for attending, watching. We'll be posting on YouTube for more fantastic comments. If you want to watch it there, if you haven't watched it, as the replay, you can certainly watch it there. We're going to raid. Oh, no. Game over. Game over, says Commander Kulat. Real quick, next session, which should end this scenario and go right into the next. As long as you guys don't have any more complications. Next will be April 5th, Tuesday, April 5th. What else is going on this week? What else do we got here? Let me check real quick. The schedules and the announcements. We got a full week this week, right? Yesterday
Almost.
we had Descent into Avernus. Saturday, right? Lieutenant Grax, you guys have Delta Green, 10 o'clock?
Yep, continuing Delta Green at 10 o'clock.
All right.
10 p.m. Eastern.
I do have something to say. We have a surprise game that we're playing on Friday. You're hearing it first here on the Star Trek stream, but there will be an announcement on the Discord. It's going to be a big Mork Borg 4-hour session on Friday from 6:30 to 10:30. We're looking the upwards of 6 players in this exciting Mork Borg bash, and we'll be featuring some combat automation for some giant hordes that this party will have to fight. So we'll see how that Foundry module works, and we'll get it all figured out in time. But tune in for Mork Borg at 6:30 p.m. until 10:30 p.m. on Friday night.
And actually, what you're going to have to do is tell Judge Wolf that surprise that he was wondering about yesterday, he's going to have to watch the episode to figure out what it is.
The whole episode, yeah.
Yes, and then what? Sunday we have Aliens at noon.
Yes.
So we'll be shooting up some xenomorphs or some terrorists, whatever they are.
Hopefully
Some peoples,
xenomorphs.
yeah.
That's much less complicated like that.
Yeah, right?
Much less complicated like
because
that.
they just kill us right out of the gate.
Geopolitical views are just too big for my small sergeant brain.
So, everybody, thanks for joining. Hermes, thanks for the equipment drop. Scud, I didn't forget your equipment drop. That'll come in probably towards the end of the episode next week. So I didn't forget it, but thanks. Join us for the raid. Stick around. And we'll catch you guys later. Live long and prosper, everybody.
Adios, hasta la vista, baby.